Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I put out a number of videos in recent months talking about the SEC's expert witnesses, which to this point I'm not convinced are going to be the most persuasive. For example, you've got Dr. Albert Metz, who put out a very massive report, over 100 pages. He's paid something like $600 an hour to create this damn thing. $600 an hour. It's a 100+ page report. And he claims that if not for Ripple, the company, that the price of XRP would never have gone above 2 cents. He actually makes that argument, meaning that XRP would have been the only cryptocurrency in existence to not go on a bull run last market cycle. Wacky, wacky stuff. I don't know how this guy could actually believe it. Oh, wait, yeah, it doesn't matter because he's getting paid $600 an hour. It's hard to believe that he could actually believe the stuff that he's putting out there. And then there was also Patrick Doody, who has an absolutely hilarious last name. And that guy says that he knows the reasons that XRP holders have been purchasing XRP. I wonder how many he actually spoke to. I wonder if he understands how many developers not associated with Ripple at all are actually building on top of the XRP ledger. I wonder if he understands that over half of XRP holders, when they purchased XRP, hadn't even heard of Ripple, the company. Does he know that? Well, I'm willing to bet that he's going to make the same claim he made in the Telegram case, which is that Ripple's the reason. Because that plays into the one of the 4 prongs of the Howey test. There's this common enterprise, and that's the reason. Well, there you go. But XRP community member and attorney Fred Rispoli has an interesting take that he shared with the community just this morning, or maybe it was yesterday afternoon actually. But it's fascinating because he's sharing something you can tell he's excited for a legitimate reason, but he couldn't quite share with us why he knows and believes what he believes, and you'll see why as I go through. I'll just wait till we get to that point in the video to explain it. But basically what he stated here is that Ripple's expert witnesses are basically a veritable dream team. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And so you'll see after I go through this, it's what's on your screen right now. I get the impression that Ripple's expert witnesses are just going to crush the SEC's expert witnesses. That's my expectation. And also we know that, even without knowing the specifics of who they are, we know that facts and circumstances are on the side of Ripple. And these people making these bogus assertions, such as XRP would not have ever gone above 2 cents if not for Ripple. These are bogus nonsense. Even if you don't know how to calculate statistics in general, it doesn't freaking matter. If you've got half a brain, you know that this is a bogus argument. So good luck. But here's what attorney Fred Rispoli had to say. He wrote, "Wow," in all capital letters, "OMG, LFG," which of course stands for let's effing go. And then he said, "I'm now aware of 7 of Ripple's expert witnesses. It's like looking at the 1992 Dream Team, which not only won gold, but massacred every opponent on the way there. Everyone was meticulously chosen to address a highly specialized area of this case, and specifically to avoid overlap with their teammates to avoid Dalbert challenges." So let's pause right there. First of all, I am going to speculate on one of them based on something that Fred Rispoli said. It'll be a little bit later in the video. I'll tell you who I think it might be. Could be right, could be wrong. But as far as the Dalbert challenge, I want to make sure that everybody knows what attorney Rispoli is talking about there. A Dalbert challenge can be filed when an expert witness, their credentials are called into question. Is it is this person really an actual expert on the topic of which they're covering here? And if someone wants to make a claim that they're not actually an expert, then you can file a Dalbert challenge. And if there's consideration that finds, yeah, this person's really not an expert witness, maybe they get thrown out. Another thing that can cause a Dalbert challenge to be filed is if the methodology that underlies the perspective and or report associated with whatever is being covered, in this case XRP, of course, if the methodology to get to those conclusions is flawed, you can file a Dalbert challenge, and upon consideration, if it's found, yeah, this is actually flawed methodology, gets chucked. And Ripple's expert witnesses we know they are challenging the methodology put out there by Dr. Albert Metz. Anyway, Attorney Rispoli continues, and he says, the foresight of the Ripple legal team is inspiring. Every single box checked. And I still don't know the other three, but have some good ideas. But I can't tell XRP community about any of these new finds. Why? Please understand, as an attorney licensed in multiple states, I took oaths to follow many ethical rules, and I take those seriously, even though we know other attorneys, even government lawyers, especially government attorneys, do not. With the result of a standing federal court order with the confidentiality of expert identities, I believe there is a possibility, albeit a small one, I could be sanctioned by revealing this info, and given my future plans and cases to be filed, I can't risk this. I sincerely apologize and hope you understand. So as pause to note, Attorney Rispoli, he actually did file a lawsuit against former SEC Chair Jay Clayton and also Bill Hinman. I covered that. I guess it would have been, the beginning part of April or somewhere thereabout. And he ended up shelving that lawsuit for now, but he has every intention of filing again. It's more, I think, having to do with the timing of it all. He ended up speaking with attorney John Deaton, and after that discussion, I know that he ended up coming to the conclusion it'd be best just for now to shelve it. But again, like I said, what he said publicly has every intention to ultimately file the thing again. And so that's why when he said right here, hey, you got future plans, cases to be filed, he doesn't want to wreck that. I think that's what he's getting at right here. So just to be clear. And then he says, and you likely only have to wait a week or two to find out when Judge Torres, presumably, orders these motions to be made public. And no, I have not seen the motions myself. There are other goodies I've found as well, but can't comment on for the same reason. It's killing me, but the future is bright for XRP. It's only a matter of time. Okay, so admittedly, I could not be more curious about who these individuals are and how did he find them? Like, what has he done that I have not yet thought of? So, I don't know. Maybe there's some sort of, platform where lawyers know to go to find out certain types of information that the lay person like myself wouldn't even think to. If it's something lawyer related, yeah, there's no way that I'm going to guess it, or most of you listening, because most of you listening, although are not lawyers, some of you are, I know. But if you have any ideas, let me know, because I am actually super curious. But he seems to have definitively found out, and upon him doing his own research, he's like, this is an incredible team. I'm super looking forward to seeing what else he can reveal at some point in the future and what he has to say. There's a community member named Michael that responded to Attorney Rispoli and said, we understand. Just curious how you found out. Just because you're a lawyer who knows lawyers and got news from the grapevine, ? And Attorney Rispoli responded to that, and I, by the way, to be clear, I totally understand where Attorney Rispoli is coming from, and nothing but respect for his position and understanding why he wants to be quiet. I wish he wouldn't be quiet, just personally. But no, I completely respect that and understand where he's coming from. Attorney Rispoli responded and said, thank you and no. But given how SEC blamed John Deaton in its last motion for the duty issue, I'm hesitant to provide any more info. All I can say is that I did not violate any professional rules of responsibility in figuring it out. And so I think what he's referencing there is the charges of harassment against duty allegedly by XRP community members, but I don't even know if that actually happened. I've seen zero evidence of it, and I just don't trust the SEC at all. And I'm like Elon Musk. I also don't respect them, so I'm just saying. And then there was also this. An XRP community member named Bill wrote to Fred and said, thanks, Fred. Legal process question. Are these expert witnesses lined up in the event the case goes to trial? And Fred wrote the following. Well, Ripple intends on calling them at trial. Whether they are allowed to testify or what topics they can testify about will be determined by these motions that were just filed. And I'll talk more about the motions in a separate a video. There was other stuff that was filed today. I do not have time to get into it in this latest Moon Lambo Hot Jam, but I certainly will be talking about that. And so yes, the SEC assets, of course, are going to do everything that they can to prevent Ripple's expert witnesses to actually participate in this case. They're going to do everything they can to prevent that. And then there was a separate tweet from Attorney Rispoli on the same topic. He said, as you should have guessed, one of Ripple's experts obviously would rebut Mr. Duty's opinions on the perceptions and behaviors of XRP holders, and she is amazing. So I got a little hint right there because he said she is amazing. And somebody was responding and speculating, could that be Hester Peirce, who was an SEC commissioner? And Fred wrote to him and said, don't go down the wrong road. Nobody actually involved in the events at issue could serve as an expert. Yeah, so think about it. Hester Peirce, she's one of the 5 commissioners. She voted on whether or not to bring this case against Ripple. She voted no. Fox Business has reported that. They broke the news, I guess it was the tail end of last year, if memory serves anyway. So no, it's not Hester Peirce. But when he was talking about Patrick Doodie's analysis and perceptions and behaviors of XRP holders, and then he said she is amazing, one person popped in my head right away, and this is nothing but speculation, but I thought, could it be Susan Athey? She is a board member of Ripple. This is her, where I'm circling right on your screen, and she also wrote this paper, which I've talked about a handful of times over the years. This is actually from June of 2018. And she wrote this with a gentleman named Robert Mitchnick, and is titled A Fundamental Valuation Framework for Crypto Assets. And it specifically provides analysis and lots of math for their rationale. You can see as I'm kind of scrolling through parts of this, specifically for Bitcoin and specifically for XRP and what that could mean in terms of price action also. So my brain hurts even just looking at the math equation. I don't even want to try and think about what that's about. That's not the point of this video. Numbers are hard, but I did want to highlight this because she seems like the type of person that would be potentially very well suited here. And here you can see there is this blurb written about her. Susan Athey is the Economics of Technology professor at the Stanford Graduate School of Business. She also serves on the board of directors of Ripple Labs and Coin Center, as well as several other technology companies. Her recent research and teaching focus on platforms and marketplaces, machine learning and artificial intelligence, and financial technology and cryptocurrency. She received her PhD at Stanford and her bachelor's at Duke in economics, mathematics, and computer science. She is a member of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences, the National Academy of Science, and in 2007 she received the John Bates Clark Medal, awarded to the American economist under the age of 40 who has made the greatest contributions to the field. She currently serves as vice president of the American Economics Association. So I just thought I'd cover that so you can get a feel for the caliber of person that this is. That's a board member of Ripple now, also wrote this paper, and this would be highly relevant for what's going on regarding the SEC versus Ripple case. Would not be the least bit surprised if she is one of Ripple's expert witnesses, but admittedly, again, it's just speculation, but if I'm right about this, I'm going to brag about it, even though I don't know for sure. I'll brag about it in the future. Let me know, too, if you have any additional ideas. Definitely a fun topic of conversation. I'm kind of curious, but it's just so good to see the confidence that Attorney Rispoli has upon uncovering this information, however he did it. Because he's not the type that'll just hype things up for the sake of it. The fact that he's writing, in this style, quite verbose, that gives me genuine confidence because he doesn't just do this all the time. I'll wrap up there, though. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.